Just before we go on to the Champions League final, could you just say a brief few words about Tottenham's new appointment? I think you know Ange.
Who?
Tottenham's new appointment. I think you know Ange. A good addition to the Premier League?
Absolutely. Another exceptional manager is coming. I was lucky to meet him in Tokyo years ago when he was manager from Yokohama, one of our clubs in the City Football Group. And it was an interesting chat, and I have a very good relation with the owner for Celtic Glasgow. He made an incredible job, and he will do an incredible job. And I suppose hopefully we can score one goal away.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
You and this club have done so much since being taken over by Abu Dhabi. It's kind of the final frontier. You've spoken before about maybe people wanting to keep you out. Do you feel like European football wants City to be successful, to win the Champions League?
No, I don't know. Some people want, some people don't. So, friends of us or club like we are sympathetic, I'm pretty sure they want it, and other clubs they don't want it at all. So, but it's normal, so it's not a problem.
Then what message would it send?
To who?
To win it, to the world.
We have to play a game. It's the last game of the season, so the team who's going to win will be the crown. So we'll be champion, and it's about what you have to do to beat Inter Milan. This is the point, and after the consequences, we'll see.
Pep, you've said that overexcitement doesn't suit this club. How will you contain that excitement over the coming days?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good dreaming the game and traveling in 2 days, 3 days to Istanbul and be all together. And yeah, it's a dream to be here. So 2 years ago we were there, but in different situations for the COVID. And yeah, we're going to try to do our best, and we know it's final is how you behave that specific 95 minutes. It's not about history, that the history they are better than us. It's about what you have to do. What you have to do in 95 minutes to be better than the opponent. And doesn't count what you have done in group stage, quarterfinals, last season, in Premier League, and FA Cup. It's one single man, you have to be better in this time.
Hi, Pep. Kyle Walker wasn't training today, and obviously he went off towards the end at Wembley. How is he? Are there any concerns?
Yeah, I have a disturbing in his back. Yesterday was not good, and today a little bit better. We don't want to take risk, and we will see what happens next days.
Hi, Pep. What do you think about Inter Milan, and what do you think you need to do to beat them? Without maybe giving too much.
A team have a lot of history with. They have done really, really well in the last years with the shape. With it's not just how good they defend, it's how good they are with the ball, with the transition after link with the strikers. And especially they have a real good process, especially start from Onana. This is an exceptional keeper with the build-up. One of the best right now in the world, and that makes so difficult our high pressing, because you cannot press all the players around the pitch. And yeah, really, really good team now that we know them quite well, because we saw as much games as possible. I understand completely the reason why they are there.
Pep, you mentioned the final 2 years ago. Will you use the pain of that as motivation this week, and also maybe a kind of a warning, because you were favourites then as well, and a lot of people expected you to win then, and to tell the players?
Well, I don't know. I didn't speak about the players. Some were there, some don't. Yeah, it was completely different situation, but of course it's not like last season, it's 2 years ago, but 2 years ago is not a long time ago. And of course we wanna finish differently, but we have to know exactly what you have to do to beat this opening in terms of approach, about the system they use, about what they do with the ball and without the ball. This is where they have to be focused.
Hi, Pep. You just said there about how Inter have a bigger history in this competition, but everyone sees you as big favourites for this game.
We are used to.
Yeah. How do you make sure that doesn't sort of arrive to the players, and does it make it more dangerous because Inter will go in feeling like they have nothing to lose?
Why should be more dangerous being favourites or not favourites? So it's what we are going to do in 95 minutes. I accept the role and go out there. So I know the quality. What the opponents, this is the most important, and if we accept what the people say, no problem at all.
Yeah. Hi Pep. It seems like you've got the 11 sorted. It feels like from the outside that every player knows what they have to do. That the style is sorted. Is it the calmest? I don't know how to call it, or the most relaxed, the most convinced of what the team has to do that you ever been before a big final?
Yeah, but of course, I'm so more than calm. I'm so grateful for the players that have done or we are doing. But finals is completely different, and what I'm doing the last days and the next days is try to understand the game you have to play, how play as much who we are, but at the same time that will be a game with a lot of difficulties. A lot. It's not easy to attack the defensive system that they use, and we have to be with a lot of rhythm, but be patient. We are not going to do it in the 3-4 passes, and we're going to do it. So we have to be, exactly the tempo, the right tempo, what you have to play. This is the most important thing in this type of games, because, they know with as much game goes through, you became a little bit anxious, and that will be a problem. But in the same time, it's not a team like people say, no, just so they're used to control all the games in Italy. They have an incredible good patterns for everywhere, and of course we have to defend really well. So it's a final against a top team, and we have to do it. And of course we are confident. I'm so optimistic, but in the same time, I cannot deny the difficulties and the quality of the opponents. Never have done it, and especially in the final of the Champions League.
Hey, Pat. In years gone by, fans up and down this country of different clubs have always wanted English teams to do well in this competition, particularly when it was on terrestrial telly and everyone was able to watch the Champions League. Do you get the sense that you have the support of the country of England for you to win this competition?
I don't know if United wants yes or yes win the Champions League final.
Does it?
No, I don't know. I'm not able to discover all the clubs, all the people in England. So of course we represent this country and we want to do it well. Our fans, when they travel in Istanbul, represent our club, and of course UK. But to know exactly if all of them they want to win, so I don't know.
Either way, though, if you did or you didn't, would it matter to you? If you had their support or didn't have their support, would it make any difference to you?
Listen, when you're at these stages, not all the people around the world wants you to win. So at the same time, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people in teams in Italy. They want Inter and the other ones don't. So that's football, the rivalry and ones that sometimes. I think the people that like us, so yeah, it's for sure. But the other one, it doesn't matter if they win Inter Milan, So this, at the end, is not big important issue.
Hi, Pep. Presumably, when you went into 2021 against Chelsea, you felt similarly confident going into the week as you do now. Can you say, does anything feel different about this time and this team?
Well, 1 week ago we won the FA Cup. A few days ago, FA Cup. In that moment, we were just preparing a final that we arrived losing the last 2 or 3 times two times against them, against Thomas Tuchel team before, and we had some doubts about we should do it, and it's not the same, but they play 5 in the back, both teams, Chelsea and Inter Milan, and the approach, Chelsea was defensive too. But of course Chelsea also had incredible good patterns to play, to punish us. So I would not say it's similar, but there are some things that is quite, and hopefully we can attack a little bit better than we did it in that time.
Hi Pep. It's a lot of the same players here now who were here in 2021 in that last final. Obviously there's guys like Rodri and John Stones who seem to have taken like big steps forward, but overall, how do you think the players that were there 2 years ago and here now, how have they changed? Have they got better? Have they grown as individuals? What have you seen a change in those guys over these 2 years?
In that time when we played the final Champions League, we had an incredible good season in the Premier League, so we were playing really, really good that years. Quite similar now. It's not much difference. Maybe for the fact we are again there, and always I had the opinion that as much you arrive in the finals one day, maybe you are lucky, and you can win it. So it's difficult just arrive once in your lifetime and win it, you know. The important is to be there and have this opportunity. You want to take it.
Hi Pep. Fair or unfair, you faced a lot of criticism for your team selection for the 2021 final. Was that fair, looking back? Did you maybe make mistakes in selection? And also, to sort of use what you often say, are you sort of humble enough to maybe look at your thought process 2 years ago and not necessarily learn from it, but sort of assess that, you know, going into this final with regard to selection?
It was a game plan like it will be next Saturday. And if I tell you privately the reason why I took the decisions of the moments of the Chelsea in that moment, you could say, oh, maybe it was right. But it's simple. I lose, I was wrong. If I win, I'm right. So that's why I don't pay. No, it's what it is. It's not about fair or unfair. It's what it is. In this business, you have to accept it. Doing the same, you win, it's good, and you don't do it. So reviewing the game, because I win, it was a tight game. So in many things we were better than them, but we lost. And when we lost, you know, I had an idea in that moment for the momentum for the players or many reasons. And you tell me, would you different now? Maybe yes. So I don't know, but that doesn't count. It's in that moment the decisions you have to take.
Yeah, hi Pep. There's some new figures out today which suggest that City's now the biggest football brand in the world, overtaking Real Madrid. The club's obviously very proud of it. Is it sort of a sign of how far the club's come recently?
Well, it's a question for our CEO, Ferran Soriano. If that has happened, it's congratulations to them. But about the numbers, I'm not really good enough. The reason why we are the brand or not the brand. So Ferran Soriano could explain better than me the reason why. But I'm pretty sure the team of Ferran must be proud. So
what would winning the tournament do for this club, though, Pep? Would it sort of take it to another level?
Yeah, definitely. So sooner or later, we said many times, you have to win to Europe to stay in another level. As simple as that. You have to admit it.
Did you get any words of advice from Elton John on Saturday night?
Sorry?
Did you meet Elton John on Saturday night at the airport? Did you see him?
If I saw him, or we're going to see him?
You saw him at some of the players saw him at the airport.
Yeah, we saw him I was with him at the concert that was in the midweek. He was incredibly kind to my family and myself. And after, surprisingly, so when we landed from London after FA Cup, we were there, especially for the staff, backroom staff, some players. So it's Sir Elton John. So it's not all laugh, it's Sir. So it's few people in this country, you know, that, and, you know, whatever you do in your life, we are 50 years, being there all the time, generations after generations, the people listen your songs just because you are really good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.